select மட்டும் தான் பண்ண முடியும். So you can't be able to insert a new things actually here. So then we are going to see how to handle this drop down first of all. Before that, here you can see in the same web page we are having a lot of drop down is there, right? So but we are just going to interact with a particular drop down, which is a select skills. So initially we need to find the locator for that. So just right click, go to the inspect. So now you can able to notice one thing. What is the thing we are having? The ID is there, right? So let me use the ID. So then we need to find the element. So driver dot find element. So by dot ID we can take. So what is the return type? Actually, it's a web element. So it's kind of a drop down, right? So DND skills. So before that, so I'm just going to replace the URL as well. Guys, here you can see whenever you want to handle any drop down means we have to use the class called select is the class we have to use. So what is the class we have to use? Select class we have to use. So we have discussed as a class. So whenever you are using any class means before that what you have to do? You need to create a object for that class, right? So then select reference name equal to new select. So here we are going to pass a bubble element reference name. What is a bubble element reference name? It's a drop down skills. So then hereafter, whenever you are using this reference name, means whatever the operation we are going to perform, it's going to react on this drop down web element we can see. So இதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம இந்த reference name யூஸ் பண்ணி நீங்க எதை பண்ணாலும் எங்க react ஆகும் actually இந்த particular drop downல தான் react ஆகும் because we have passed it here, right? Okay, fine. So now we are going to select the options actually. So whenever you want to select the option means we are having 3 ways to select the option. So what are the ways means? Once again. So one is by using the index position. So the next one you can use the visible text. So finally the attribute value. So we can use 3 kind of method to select the options. So let me start with the index position. So now you can see guys. So I'm just going to select this Android. So Android is which position actually? 5th one, right? So position wise is 5th option, but index wise means it's a 4th one because index starting from 0, right? So then we have to select this Android option by using the index means what is the index position we have to use? 4. So now you can see. Then just start. What is the method we are going to use? Select by index we are going to use. So then what is the position? Actually, it's a 4th one. So I'm just going to execute code. So exactly it's going to launch the browser. Then it's going to maximize the window and it's going to enter the URL. So once the URL loaded successfully means it's going to select the Android option from the drop down by using the index position. So now what happened? It has selected the Android option here. So now we have selected the option by using the index position. So we are having 2 more ways, right? So let me use that as well. So the next we are going to use means the visible text we are going to use. So we know very well about the HTML code structure, right? The color code we know about that. So if it is a text means it should be in what color? Black color, right? So now we can see we are just going to select the AutoCAD we are going to select by using the text we are going to use. So then copy this text, go to the Eclipse. So here start select by visible text we are going to use. You can directly pause the text here. So now you can see guys, whenever you are selecting more than one option in a single select dropdown means what will happen? The last option will be selected, right? So if more than one option in your drop down select பண்ணீங்கன்னா என்ன ஆகும்? Finally எதை select பண்ணுமோ அதுதான் இருக்கும் select ஆகும், correct? So whenever you are performing the same action for the single select drop down means the last selected option will be selected, right? So then initially it will select the Android, then it's going to select the AutoCAD. So then which is going to left over there? AutoCAD is going to be selected there. So I'm just executing this. So now you can see. Which option is selected here? The AutoCAD is selected. So clear with this, right? So what is the next method we are having actually? Select by attribute value. Value is a method which we are going to pass the what? The attribute value we are going to pass here. So one more thing, the attribute value means it should be in which color actually? The blue color, right? So let me select what are the analytics we are going to select. So I'm just copying this attribute value, then go to the Eclipse. So what is the method means? It's a what? Select by value. So here we are just going to pass the attribute value. I'm just going to execute this code once again. Just right click, go to the run as Java application. Exactly, it's going to launch the browser, then it's going to maximize the window, and it's going to enter the URL. So once the URL loaded successfully means it's going to select the options by using index, then text as well as the attribute value, but which one is going to select it means the analytics, because that is a final last selected option. Clear or having doubts in this?
Clear.
One clear with this, right? Fine.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, fine. So let me proceed with the things. So now what we are going to do means, so we are just going to get all the options from the drop down, and then we are going to print it on a console. So what we are going to do, we are just going to get all the options from the drop down, and we are going to print it on a console. So before that, now we can see we have discussed in the second session of the Selenium itself. So whatever the thing we are seeing here, each and everything is a element we can say, right? So one second, guys. So fine, guys. So we have discussed each and everything. Whatever you are seeing here is a element, right? So that are all web element. Now we can see then in this drop down, whatever the options available, it is also a web element, right? So whether you are getting only one option means it's a web element, we can say. But whenever you want to get all the options, is that web element or web elements? Web elements, more than one, right? So whenever you are getting more than one means where we are going to store that? It's a list, we can say. So then what is the method? What is the written type of get options method? It's a list of web elements, because it's not going to get only one element, it's going to get more than one element. So then now we can see what is the method we have discussed. Get options is the method. So yes dot, what is the method? Get options. What is the written type? Actually it's a list of web elements. So it's a all options, we can say. But here you can see still whatever the thing it is stored, it's in which format actually? Web element format. But is that we need web element format? Not at all. We need text format, right? So then from the web element, we are just going to extract the text. So how to get the text actually? By using the get text method we are going to use. But before that, from the all options, we need to get the each option, because getText is the method which is available under the web element interface. Then we can able to get only one text at the time, right? So for that, I'm just going to do the iteration here. So here we have mentioned it as a list. So list will support both normal as well as enhanced for loop. So let me start with the normal for loop, then we can proceed with the enhanced for loop. So instead of hard coding, so I'm just going to give all options dot size. So then what will happen? Up to the drop down size, it will do the iteration. So now we can see whenever you want to get a particular value from the list means what is the method we are going to use? Get method, right? If you want to get a particular value from the list means what is the method you will use? Get is the method. So then all options dot get of I. So what is the return type actually? String of.
Web element. Web element.
Okay. கொஞ்சம் வீட்ல போட்டுக்கிறீங்களா? Yeah, thank you. So it's a web element, because display எப்படி இருக்கு actually web element தான இருக்கு. It's going to get only one value, right? So then it's a web element. It's a each option. So now we can see, guys, from the each option we need what text we need, right? So then each option dot, what's the method we are going to use? It's a get text. So what is the return type? Actually it's a string, we can see. So okay, fine. We're going to get the options from the drop down and going to print it on the console. So we are having what one more loop is there, right? Which is a what enhanced for loop. So that will also work, right? So then I'm just going to use the enhanced for loop now. So, but here you can able to notice one thing, you're directly getting the what web element. So then from the all option, just iterating each option. So then what we are going to do, we are just going to get the text from the each option, right? So then each option dot get text we are going to use. What's the return type? Again, it's a text string, we can say. So sort of text. So once it is going to get completed, means I need to close the browser. So then what driver dot quit we can use. So I'm just going to execute this. So exactly it's going to launch the browser, then it's going to maximize the window and it's going to enter the URL. So once the URL loaded successfully, means it's going to select the options and also it's going to get all the options from the drop down and it's going to printing on the console by using what normal as well as enhanced for loop. Now you can see it is greater and printed all the options from the drop down. So this is from what enhanced for loop. So this one from the normal for loop. Clear or having doubts in this?
Clear.
Clear with this, right?
ஹலோ
சொல்லுங்க சொல்லுங்க.
இப்போ நீங்க ஒண்ணுத்துக்கு மேல அதிகமான எலிமெண்ட்ஸ் வந்துருதுன்னா வெப் எலிமெண்ட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணணும்னு சொன்னீங்க, கரெக்ட்டுங்களா? ஸோ இப்போ நீங்க வந்து கெட் பண்றீங்களா, அந்த இடத்துல வந்து இப்போ நிறைய இதான எலிமெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் நம்ம எடுக்கிறோம். ஸோ அதனால அவங்க வந்து வெப் எலிமெண்ட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாதுங்களா?
வெப் எலிமெண்ட்ஸ் கிடையாதுங்க. நம்ம ஃபைண்ட் பண்ண லொகேட்டர் ஒன்று தான், அதுக்குள்ள இருக்கிறது மோர் தென் ஒன். நீங்க ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணும் போதே மோர் தென் ஒன்னு ஃபைண்ட் பண்ண போறீங்க அப்படின்னா, இப்போ நம்ம ஃப்ரேம்ஸ் பார்த்தோம்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், அது எல்லாமே ஐ ஃப்ரேம் டேக் உள்ள தான் இருக்கு. அப்போ மோர் தென் ஒன்னை நம்ம ஃபைண்ட் பண்ண போறோம் ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணும் போதே. ஆனா கெட் ஆப்ஷன்ஸ்ன்றது என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, ஒரே ஒரு டிராப் பண்ணிட்டா அதுக்குள்ள மோர் தென் ஒன் வெப் எலிமெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்கு. கரெக்டா?
ஓகே ஓகே yeah clear. Thanks.
Okay. So guys, so now we can see guys, so this is how we are going to handle what a single select drop down. So now we are going to discuss about how to handle the multi select drop down. So for that we are going to use a different URL. So here you can able to notice one thing. So I can able to select more than one options here, right? So then it's a multi-select drop down, we can see. So now we can see here's one scenario is there actually. Whenever you are handling the multi-select drop down, means before you are going to select the options, you need to verify whether it is a multi-select drop down or not. Because whenever you are performing the multi-select in a single select drop down, means what will happen? The last selected options only it's going to get selected, right? But so in multi-select means we can able to select more than one. So then we are not going to perform the multi-select in single drop down. So then we need to verify whether it is a multi-select drop down or not. So initially we need to find a locator, because here itself we are having a lot of drop downs, right? So then we are just going to deal with the this particular drop down. Initially we are going to find a element here. So just right click, go to the inspect. Now we can able to notice one thing here. What we are having, the ID is there, right? So let me use the ID here. So go to the Eclipse, driver dot find element by dot ID we can take. So what is the return type? Again it's a web element. So it is also a drop down, right? So drop down cost. So whenever you want to handle the drop down means what is the class we have to use? Select class we have to use. So this one equal to new select. Here we are going to pass what web element reference name, which one is drop down cost. So then initially we are just going to select all the options. Before that, we are going to verify whether it is a multi-select drop down or not. So for that only we are having the method called is multiple is the method which is used to verify whether it is a multi-select drop down or not. So then S1 dot what is the method is multiple. So what is the return type of this? Then it's a Boolean we can say because it's going to verify, right? So whenever it is verifying, it's going to return the what true or false value. So now we can see I'm just going to give the condition. Whenever it is a multi-select drop down only, I have to perform what multi-select options. So then here I'm going to apply the condition. If multiple double equal to true means I need to select all the options. So for selecting all the options, I'm just going to use the for loop I'm going to use here. So how many options are there? Only 4 options, right? So I'm just going to directly hard code that. So yes dot select by index we can use. So in each and every iteration, it's going to select one option. So in first iteration, we're going to select the 0th option. Then first, second, third, and it's going to get terminated because we have given order less than 4. So yeah, at the end of the thing, it's going to select 4 options, right? So it will perform the multi-select only if it is a multi-select problem, or else it's never going to select the options. So let me execute this. So before that, I'm just going to So let me comment this. Sorry, something. Clear? Now it is performed the multi-selecting because it's a multi-select job. So this is my scenario, guys. I want to select the alternate options I want to select. So what's our scenario? You have to select the alternate options. So whenever you want to select the alternate options means what you have to do? Whenever you are incrementing, so instead of single increment, we are going to increment by 2. Then what will happen? It will select the first one, then it will increment it as a 2 means what? It will skip the one option and going to select the next option. That is alternate option, right? What is alternate? We have to skip one option and we have to select the next option. So for that, I'm just going to give the logic. Before that, I'm just going to keep this as a false. So then it never going to execute it. So now we can see. For that also, I'm just going to use the for loop. So here also we are going to give the less than 4, but instead of single increment, I need to give out increment by 2. So then what will happen? It will initially it will select the 0th index, then it will select the second index. So S1 dot select by index of I. Now we can see. Sorry. So now we can see it is selected order. The alternate option it is selected. So then if you want to select the second option and third final option means what you have to do. Instead of starting with 0, if you are going to declare 1 means what will happen? It will select the second and fourth option. So that's the thing actually. Very simple concept actually. So by changing the logic in the for loop, we can able to perform different actions here. Clear? Fine. So again, I'm just going to make this as a disable one. So because we are just going to select the options by using what? Text now. Because we are using the index method to select all the options, right? So now we are going to use the visible text to select the option. So for that, I'm just going to use what? The for each I'm going to use. Once again. Sorry. So initially we are just going to get all the options from the drop down. So S1 dot get options is a method. What is the return type? It's a list of web elements. One second. Here also I have mentioned as all options. All options one. So now we can see from the all option we are just going to iterate what each option. So now what you are going to do means we are just going to get the text from the each option, and by using the text we are going to select the values. So then each option dot get text, it's a string we can say. Now we have got the text, right? So by using this text we are just going to what select the Alex. So S1 dot select by visible text. Clear? Now we can see.
Bro, இதை வந்து ஃபார்வர்ட்ல போட முடியாதா ப்ரோ? நார்மல் ஃபார்வர்ட்
போடலாமே. இன்னொரு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா வரும். ஆனா மேல get of I அப்படின்னு கொடுத்துட்டு அதுல இருந்து எடுப்போம் டெக்ஸ்ட். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வெப் எலிமெண்டா எடுக்கும், அதுக்கப்புறம் வெப் எலிமெண்ட்ல இருந்து டெக்ஸ்ட் எடுத்து அதுக்கப்புறம் அதை யூஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம செலக்ட் பண்ற மாதிரி.
ஓகே.
சோ அதான் நம்ம இங்க பண்ணிருக்கோம். ஆக்சுவலா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நார்மல் ஃபார் லூப் என்ஹான்ஸ்ட் ஃபார் லூப் தான் பண்ணுவோம். பாருங்க நார்மல் ஃபார் லூப்ல என்ன பண்ணிருக்கோம் ஆக்சுவலா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இங்க இருந்து s1 டாட் கெட்னு கொடுத்தா போதும். கரெக்ட்டா? இதான் நீங்க பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. நீங்க செக் பண்ணி பாருங்க. ஆல் தி ஆப்ஷன் get of I அதுல இருந்து டெக்ஸ்ட் இருக்கும், அந்த டெக்ஸ்ட் வச்சு நீங்க பிரிண்ட் பண்றதுக்கு பதிலா செலக்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அவ்வளவுதான்.
ஓகே.
ஆனா அது கொஞ்சம் பெருசா போகுன்றதுனால நான் இதை யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன். So now we are going to use what the attribute value to select the options. So before that I'm just going to what disable this method. So attribute value means what we have to do. Instead of getting the text, we need to get what the attribute value we have to get, right? So each option. So now we can see from the each option what we are going to do. We are just going to get the attribute value. So for that we are going to use the get attribute method. So now we can see the attribute values are stored in which attribute? Actually value attribute. So then from the value attribute I'm going to get this. So what is the return type? Again it's a string we can say. So now we have got the attribute. By using this attribute we are going to select the options. Select by value of attribute. Now you can see. So whenever you want to perform but alternate options in the same thing, which you can't able to use the enhanced for loop, we can use the normal for loop, because there only we can able to apply the condition. Here it is not possible. Clear?
Yes. Yes, Karthik.
Fine. So guys, this is a scenario here. Another scenario. So what we are going to do means we are just going to get the option which is selected. So that's the next scenario here. So now we are having only 4 options, right? So but previous scenario we are having a lot of options system. So at that time you need to get the selected options alone, which we are having the predefined method for that. So whenever you want to get the selected options alone, means we are having the method called get all selected options system method. What is the method? Get all selected options is a method. So now we can see s1 dot what is the method? Get all selected options. So it is going to get only one option or more than one option? Sorry, come again.
More than one.
One option. Then what's the type of this?
List.
List of web element. So then from the all selected, we are just going to get a each selected option. From that, we are going to get a text. So for that, we have to go the order. The iteration we have to do. We are just going to get a each selected option. From the each selected option, we are just going to get the what text we are going to get, right? So what is the return type? It's a string again. So the text. So guys, now you can see one more method we are having, which is used to get the first selected option. So whenever you are selecting more than option is fine, but you need to get the option which you have selected first. Means for that also we are having the predefined method. So what is the method means? Get first selected option. What is the return type of this? Web element, because it's going to get only one option. So then it's a web element we can say. So then from the first selected option, we need to get what up? The text we need to get. Sorry. So sort of text. Now you can see. Clear? Just get the selected options and also got to the first selected option. Clear this time?
Yes, good.
Right. So guys, now we are going to deselect the options. So as of now, we are doing the selecting operations, right? So next we are going to deselect. So whenever you want to deselect this, so the same methods actually. So instead of select, if you want to select the option, means what are the method we have used? Select by index, select by visible text, select by value. So instead of that, we are going to use what? Deselect by index, deselect by visible text, deselect by value. So the same process. But whenever you want to select all the options, we are not having any predefined method, right? But if you want to deselect all the option which you have selected, means we are having predefined method. So நம்ம எல்லா ஆப்ஷனும் செலக்ட் பண்றதுக்கு நமக்கு எந்த மெத்தடும் கிடையாது ப்ரீடிஃபைண்டா. ஆனா செலக்ட் பண்ண எல்லா ஆப்ஷனையும் டீசெலக்ட் பண்றதுக்கு ப்ரீடிஃபைண்ட் மெத்தட் இருக்கு. So what is the method means? Deselect all is the method. So which is going to deselect all the option which is currently selected. So rest of the things you can practice actually. So the deselect by index அதெல்லாம் நீங்க practice பண்ணிக்கோங்க. ஏன்னா சேம் ப்ராசஸ் தான் கரெக்ட்டா. Clear? First of all, initially it has selected and also deselected the options. Clear with this, right? Yeah, fine. It's okay, guys. So that's all about the drop down. One second, I'll just remove this. So guys, you can just take a snap and note on this. Once you took convince, let me know. I will scroll down. Have you taken? Can I scroll down?
Yes, good.
Can I scroll again?
Yes.
Taken?
Yes.
Yeah, fine. So, okay, guys. So, guys, tomorrow also we are having class, but it's on 9 o'clock. Same day.
ஓகே ப்ரோ இது நோட்ஸ் இருக்கா ப்ரோ இதுக்கு?
இல்லைங்க, நோட்ஸ் கிடையாது.
சரி ஓகே. நாளைக்கு 9 o'clock இல்ல?
9 o'clock same.
ஓகே.